What is going on, YouTube? Floopy Donkey here, and we're getting to rebuild the Cleveland Browns with J.J. Watt on the team. 2-year deal for J.J. Watt. He's looking like Frankenstein in this video here. I mean, they did him dirty. Look at that forehead. He's looking like Frankenstein's monster right there. But anyways, it came out this past week that the Browns are interested in bringing in J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt has some mutual interest there. And I think the Browns actually have, other than the Steelers obviously going with his brother, they're in really bad cap space, the Steelers are, and they're going to have to make some moves to get enough cap space to get J.J. Watt. The Browns do have the cap space currently to re-sign him, but also they have one of the most premier edge rushers in Myles Garrett, and the best selling point that they can do is no more double teams. J.J. Watt has been double teamed his entire career, and he can immediately go to the Browns, and who are you going to double team? J.J. Watt, Myles Garrett, and you get, of course, you can make the same case for the Steelers and T.J. Watt. But because of the cap space issue, I think this is the best fit for all parties involved. And there's no telling what Big Ben says he's going to come back next year for the Steelers. We don't really know. He says he's going to, but what Big Ben are you going to get? I think it's kind of weird for me to say the surefire quarterback who I trust more is actually Baker Mayfield than Big Ben at this point. But you also got Odell Jr. coming back. Of course, the offense is really good. Great running game. I think that this would pretty much solidify the Browns for being contenders in the playoffs and for a Super Bowl the next 2 years if they sign J.J. Watt. There's been a lot of speculation. He posted a video or tweet with him and his dogs, and Bills fans and Browns fans all over it, thinking there was subtle hints about him potentially going to also to the Bills, and that could be a realization. That would be cool to see him there, but I really think it's between the Browns and the Steelers, and I think the Browns will edge them out just because of cap space and because of the quarterback situation. But guys, we're going to jump right into this. We're going to go back into the offseason, look at who we had to cut to sign J.J. Watt, look at how much we had to pay for him, and then we're going to join this rebuild. I mean, if the Browns do sign him, they're obviously going to have to cut some key players on the defense and some good role players, but I think it's going to be worth it. Let's jump right into it. All right, here we go, guys, in the offseason before signing J.J. Watt. And because of J.J. Watt and the price heavy tag that comes along with signing a superstar like that, we're not going to be able to re-sign anybody here on the Browns roster that was becoming a free agent. So that means B.J. Goodson, Rashard Higgins, Carl Joseph, Olivier Vernon, all of these guys are going to be gone. They're not going to be re-signed because they have to keep cap space room with J.J. Watt in mind. So nobody's getting re-signed here. And we're going to have to try to rebuild some of the team in the draft. But let's jump ahead back into re-signing J.J. Watt. All right, so J.J. Watt is a scheme fit for the Browns. He also is wanting 2 years, $46.7 million. And I think that that's a realistic, fair offer for J.J. Watt. I don't think he's going to sign with another team after this next team he signs with, whether it be the Steelers or the Browns or whoever. I think this is J.J. Watt's probably last go at it, and he wants to be on a team that he thinks can actually make the playoffs and contend. We see what happened with the Browns this past year, and I think the Browns are going to be a good fit for J.J. Watt. So we're going to try to give him that offer. He wants $4.6 million, and we're going to break the bank for this dude. We're going to try to give him everything that we can to get him in a Browns uniform and just win pretty much. Win the bid for. You see, we're way overpaying for him, but I think the Browns would do this. We're going to back out. We're going to fast forward, see if we can't re-sign J.J. Watt, and hopefully we can, and accept it. So we brought J.J. Watt on to the Browns defense, and that automatically, the defense was an 80 overall before, now it's an 83 automatically. And overall, the Browns are at 86. So this team is definitely legit and should be a contender for the next 2 years. All right, guys, so here is the Browns offense. Obviously, this offense is pretty legit. When we look at the offensive line, I mean, a really solid offensive line for the Cleveland Browns. On the edge there, you got Austin Hooper and David Njoku. Obviously, tight ends, some great depth. Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham, Nick Chubb, and Kareem Hunt, and of course, the man Baker Mayfield. I mean, this offense is legit. Great fullback in Yanovich, But when we go to the defense, this is where signing J.J. Watt does cause some of a problem for the Cleveland Browns. So the defensive line is pretty stout. Obviously, Myles Garrett, J.J. Watt, and we've got Sheldon Richardson here. But we do need to get another defensive tackle. Now, Denzel Ward on the outside is obviously a really good superstar corner, but we need some more help. The linebacking core is very, very weak. We could make do with Greedy Williams as our CB2, but we need a good nickel. We could also use we also could use an improvement at safety with Grant Delpit, who has really never he's been in the league for 1 year. Maybe we let him develop as our guy, and I actually think we will. I think we'll let Delpit actually develop and see what happens with that draft pick from a year ago. We really need to get some linebacker help. We had to let go of some of the linebackers that were starters for the Browns to make room for J.J. Watt. But we're going to jump straight into the draft and try to build this team in those weak areas with the draft. We also need a good slot wide receiver. I'm thinking about putting Odell in the slot because we're doing a sim. It seems to work better. And we're going to see what this Browns offense looks like. All right, guys, here we are, first round of the 2021 draft. We've got the Browns have the 26th round, or 26th pick in the first round, not the 26th round. And we're going to look at potentially trying to get an outside linebacker or potentially a decent wide receiver. I'm not really sure. Let's look through. Obviously, we need offensive line, or we need linebacker help in a big way. Let's see who we've got available. All right, and we're taking middle linebacker Dylan Moses out of Alabama. Got him in another Madden sim, and he was an absolute beast. He falls to the Browns in the late first round, which I think is a spot he can go. Late first round, early second round, and 75 overall. And we're using C4's draft class, so that's a really good pick. Fills a big hole in that Browns defense. And let's go to the second round and see who we can pick up. So we've got that one linebacker position filled. Let's see if we've got another decent linebacker here that we can potentially get. We've got Hamilcar Rashad. I've used him before. He's been a decent pick. I think that's probably who we're going to go with because we don't have anybody on the outside there. I don't know why Madden has now just removed all the names. Like you can't, like Penei Sewell you can't even see his first name. So they've all been exited out because everybody's so sensitive nowadays. Either way, we are going to probably go with, all right, we're going with Hamilcar Rashad Jr., Rashad, I'm not really sure. But hidden development traits, there's two guys that we got hidden development traits. We went back-to-back linebackers, and we've stacked J.J. Watt with on that defensive line, and now we've went with two defensive players. Like I said, the offense is pretty good. It's pretty already set. We could use a slot guy in the wide receiver position for the Browns, but we're going to see if we can't find somebody maybe potentially in the draft here. Maybe we've got some guys here that we could potentially get. All right, so here's our draft recap. Obviously, Dylan Moses, Hamilcar Rashad is leading the way. One speed rusher, one's a field general, and then we come back with a corner, left guard, strong safety, running back, right end, another corner, another outside linebacker. Nobody really hit home with Caden Stearns. Decent pickup there late in the round. But other than that, there really wasn't a lot of good players left for us. We've got a little bit of cap room space. I think we're going to go out and get another wide receiver at the end of this week to start the preseason. But guys, the Browns are looking legit. If we just go ahead and look at this, I mean, the offense, 89 overall. Our defense is at 81. It wasn't 83. It did drop a little bit, so we must have had some players regress. But let's go and look at the team right quick and just see what we've got on paper. We kind of already know the offense. We haven't really, not a lot has changed there. Obviously, we're getting Odell Beckham back for this year. That's a big plus. Now, when we look at the defense, linebackers looking a little bit better. Obviously, we don't have no 60 spots there on the defense, so that's good to see. I think J.J. Watt might have dropped a little bit. I think it was a 97 and now he's a 94, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe somebody can correct me on that. We do need to get a defensive tackle to step up. We're probably going to put Claiborne in instead of Elliott at that defensive tackle 2 spot. But I think that's going to be it. We're going to get this season started. All right, guys, so we did go outside 2 players of free agency. We got Marcel Darius And we also got Taylor Gabriel to play that wide receiver 3 position in the slot when Odell Beckham is not in it. So that makes the defense look a little bit better. Look at there, Geno Atkins, not Marcel Darius. I was looking at getting Marcel Darius, but a lot of home run hitters on this defensive line. Myles Garrett, Sheldon Richardson, Geno Atkins, J.J. Watt. That defensive line is legit. We've got 2 years to win the Super Bowl with J.J. Watt. Let's get into it. All right, guys, here we are at the midway point of the first season with J.J. Watt on the Browns. And the Browns are 6-1, right ahead of the Steelers 6-2, and Joe Burrow and the Bengals are 4-4. We look at the stats. Offense is second in the NFL, so we're probably passing the ball and running a lot, and the defense is first, and that's what we like to see. Baker Mayfield, 17 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. That's okay. That's nothing bad. He's not doing bad. He's not doing that relatively great. But he is throwing for a lot, over 300 yards a game. So that means that receiving, we must be doing pretty decent. Nick Chubb, averaging 4 yards a carry. So is Kareem Hunt. But they're not getting a lot of opportunities. We're not running the ball a whole lot there. Receiving, Odell Beckham is on pace to have over probably around 1,200 yards, 1,300 yards receiving on the season. And Jarvis Landry, 6 touchdowns. Is pretty good. He has the potential for 1,000 yards as well. That's not out of reach for him. Now, when we go to the defense, what do we have? Dylan Moses, our rookie middle linebacker, now has a superstar development trait. So that was a really good pickup there. We go to sacks. There we go. Our bookends, J.J. Watt, Myles Garrett, are both on pace for over 10-plus sacks on the season. And that is what I would think would happen if they were both paired up. I mean, these guys are both going to just be wrecking offenses. It's just gonna be hard to stop them. Sheldon Richardson with 2 sacks, and our free agent sign Geno Atkins really is not doing a whole lot. Grant Delpit has gotten an interception. That's good to see, along with Denzel Ward. So the team has improved a little bit here. If we look at the team, 86 overall, that defense is back up to an 84. So we're looking good, guys. We're on pace to potentially got a big game against the Lions here, and we've got a chance to hopefully take the AFC North, get into the playoffs, and win a Super Bowl. That'd be awesome to see J.J. Watt win a Super Bowl. Let's fast forward this thing and see what happens. All right, everybody. The end of the first season, the Browns go 12-4, and actually, I'm thinking that they were atop the AFC. The best team in the AFC goes to the Browns at a 12-4 record, and we've got an actual bye week here because of that. First round seed, 88 overall, 91 offense, 85 defense. This team is doing some things. Let's fast forward. Let's see who we're going to be playing in this first playoff game, and we're going up against the Steelers. J.J. Watt going against his brother T.J. Watt. Let's upgrade players. Baker Mayfield, 86 overall. Let's go with strong arm. We'll give him some strong arm. And man, this is the first. I think this is the first time I actually looked at Baker Mayfield in this set, and they actually did a good job with his face on this. We know sometimes we just look at J.J. Watt looking like Frankenstein's monster. He's not doing too well. Let's go route running with Jarvis Landry. Let him be able to create some separation and break open there. And we are going to play this game. We're going to play the moment, see if we can't get the Browns a Super Bowl, and maybe even do if we win this one, we're going to try to go and do a repeat. All right, we're hosting our first playoff game here, and Kevin Stefanski and the Browns. Man, I'm just sitting here looking. The Steelers went all the way down the field and ran it into the end zone, and now here they are again, Big Ben. And we've got some work to do. We've got to make, oh my God, we might be down 14-0 to start off the day. Big Ben is 8 for 8. And I am playing on all Madden. I didn't change any sliders or anything, so that's probably going to be a problem. It's going to be hard for us to make a lot of good stops. Let's see what Big Ben's going to do. He's going to call a timeout, or I'm going to see the end of the first quarter. We're down 7-0. These are only 6-minute quarters as well, so if we get down too big, it's going to be tough for us to come back. And there we go. Who was that? Myles Garrett getting a sack on the day. Look at those guns, man. The dude's swole. He's huge. And we've got J.J. Watt on this other end. Let's see if he can't get a sack here. And we got Myles Garrett actually going back in coverage, so And stop, 3rd and goal. Ball going to be on the 7-yard line. Big stop here for the Browns defense if they can get the stop. Let's watch inside. We don't want to give up any slants. And we do. I watched inside. We give up a slant and touchdown. The Steelers are up 14-0. We got to do our part. Let's play the moment. Red zone, 2nd and 4. We need to score a touchdown. We're on the 19. We're going to try to drop this off to DJ, to old Jarvis. See if we can't get Jarvis Landry open here. Nope. We'll just throw it short. Over the middle to is that Austin Hooper. And let's keep moving this ball. Maybe Kareem Hunt will be open. Got Odell Beckham playing the slot. Helps out with the Sims. And he catches that. Gets it on the 1-yard line. Baker Mayfield 7 for 7. And he's doing pretty good. He's had a good game so far. No, I don't think he's obviously not had any interceptions. Let's see if somebody can't catch that. We catch it, but it's out of bounds. Tough spot. Got Odell Beckham going in the slot. I really don't know what we're doing here. And I get sacked. I hit the wrong button. Guys, that might cost us big time. I hit Y, and I was actually trying to hit Jarvis Landry. He was open. There was a few people open there, and then I panicked. Bad mistake by me. And we're only going to get a field goal out of that situation. All right, 14-3. Let's see if the Steelers are going to score in 2 minutes. That sucks. That sucks. That might hurt us. Big 3rd down, make the stop. Let's make the stop. 3rd and 8. Let's go with our game plan. I'm going to have Stearns here. Cover. And we missed the tackle. I was right there. It wouldn't let me tackle him. I overran the tackle. Guys. Is this going to be a one and done for the Browns? Are we going to have a one and done? And sack. There we go. Stearns coming in with the sack. And are they going to call a timeout? They're letting the clock run out. There we go. They're going to call a timeout, kick a field goal. We're going to be down by 17 to start the second half. We'll just send this. I don't want to really watch it. All right. We'll play key moments. Skip. All right. We got the ball. Good. Here we go. Here we go. 1st and 10. Ball on. I think we might need to move Odell out of the slot on these because he's just not. Let's see if we can't get a block. There we go. We got the block. Odell Beckham with the good block. Baker Mayfield rushes for just a 5-yard pickup. But he's not getting a lot of good routes in this offense. At least not in the situations that we currently are running in. But there is Jarvis Landry picking up a touchdown on the day. We didn't even look and see what our stats were at the end of to finish the season. We have to do that at the end of this. Let's continue to the next moment, see what's going to happen. Big 3rd down. Let's make the stop. Let's try to get this ball back. 3rd and 13. I'm not doing covers anymore. Let's keep Stearns in here. Make a tackle. Ooh, there we go. Big Ben, 20 for 21. There's that all Madden coming out for you. We're getting this ball back. They're going for it? No, they're not going for it. They're trying to kick a long field goal. All right, let's see if we can't kick or we probably don't want to return. Oh, I was just about to say they got us. They faked us out. Bad decision by the Steelers there, and we're getting this ball in relatively good field position. 3rd and 3. Dump that off the Kareem Hunt. We've got that all day. Flag on the play. Is that a block in the back? Or was it a face mask? Yeah, a block in the back. Taylor Gabriel, you didn't need to do that. We had the 1st down by a mile. Go with the fork wheel. I'm going to try to hit Kareem Hunt again on this play. End of the 3rd quarter. We get a new choice of plays. I don't want this one. Let's see if we can't hit Austin Hooper. Now we've got Jarvis Landry. We also got Odell Beckham, who might be open here. Oh, man, bad play. We're going to go for it. I'm going for it. Pretty much the same play again. There's Odell Beckham. We got a flag on the play. It better not be holding. Holding on the offense. 2 big third down penalties cost us. We're going to have to kick a field goal here. Wind is way. It's really helping us. We should easily be able to kick a field goal like a 60-yarder. All right, we're down by 4. It's up to this defense. We paid a lot of money for this defense to stop the Steelers here. Big third down. 3rd and 10. Bringing the pressure. We got a blitz. J.J. Watt, Myles Garrett. Somebody has to get home here. Nope. Secondary is just not cutting out for us. We might have to work on trying to improve the secondary for the Browns. Let's skip, see what happens. Skip. We're going to skip it as well. And of course, they do score. So we're only down by 7. No, they kick a field goal. Okay, that was big. All right, we're only down by 7. We got 2 minutes left. It's time to make it happen. Kareem Hunt wide open over the middle. And just like that, we're already in field goal range. Obviously, we can't kick a field goal. We got to score a touchdown. We're going to let time run out here with just 2 minutes left. Time to win the game. Baker Mayfield, we're going to win a game here. Try to get his second playoff victory. Let's go with the slot. Shallow. Got Peoples-Jones. All right, let's see what we got here. There's Odell over the middle. Nice catch. Breaks a tackle. Ball to the 40. We're not going to worry about time. We've got plenty of time here. I am not going to press it. I'm going to do my best to try to. Oh, God. Let's get rid of it. Oh, we were inside the pocket. Inside the pocket. Intentional grounding. 2nd and 24. I suck. That's just all it is. I suck. Throw Jarvis Landry deep. And I'm going to hit Odell with a slant. We're going to leave Kareem Hunt in the block. And hopefully between all this, somebody can get open. And he missed him. 3rd and 24. Obviously, we got to go for it. I can't believe we just missed that. That was pretty big. Dropped, pass, and we might be 1 and done in the playoffs this year, mainly because of me. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, Odell can get open here. Catch it, and it's overthrown. Oh my God. We got to skip the moment. That's the end of the game, the end of the season. The number 1 team in the NFL, number 1 offense, number 2 offense. We just didn't get it done. We still got another year to make this happen. I cannot believe that just went down. All right, so here we are back in the stats, and Baker Mayfield, to finish the season 34-14, pretty good. Nick Chubb ended up rushing for over 1,000 yards, so he really turned it up. Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry both had 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns, 9 touchdowns, respectively. And then when we look at the sacks, J.J. Watt, 15.5, Myles Garrett, 11.5, Sheldon Richardson had 7. And I don't think that's outside the realm of possibilities. If we go to awards, Josh Allen got MVP. Pete Carroll got Coach of the Year. Do we have anybody for the Browns here? Dylan Moses got Defensive Rookie of the Year. Nick Chubb, Best Running Back. Best D-line went to J.J. Watt. And that's it. All right, so we finished this first season, 12-4 record. That is phenomenal. And then we get beat out by the Steelers. Division rivals. Let's get into the next season. All right, guys, we had to re-sign Baker Mayfield. We actually had to franchise tag him because he didn't want to re-sign us. And we don't have any more cap space, so we can't re-sign Nick Chubb. A lot of these guys are going to be gone, so we're just going to have to fast forward through really free agency with not a lot of cap space. I also had to let go of Jarvis Landry to create cap space to re-sign Baker Mayfield. So the Browns are going to have to think about this, you know, whenever they get into that second year. Maybe they just sign him for a one-year deal. That might have been a little more realistic. I don't know. I think 2 years, though, is where they're going to be at. That there are going to be some cap penalty cuts just because of, you know, I mean, where's the money got to come from? So if we look at the team currently and what we need to build around, we still got Odell Beckham. We got Peoples-Jones there. We need to get another wide receiver. We're probably going to have to get them in the draft, but we need another right guard. And then when we go to the defense, you can see that the interior line is definitely going to need some help. So we're going to have to look at getting a defensive tackle and hopefully a strong safety. But other than that, I think everything else we're going to leave just as is, and we're going to have to tackle everything through the draft. All right, so I just fast forwarded because we didn't do any scouting. I just put it in the hands of the CPU, which is never a good thing, right? But we did end up getting another wide receiver. We got a defensive tackle that filled the void. We got a running back. We needed that, another corner. So defense was okay. I mean, we did get a good fourth-round draft pick in Coinus Miller, which is decent. He'll probably end up being starting for us. And we did get a cornerback. So the team is kind of not in necessarily a good situation currently. We're going to check out the overall here. And I mean, the team is still decent though. The defense is pretty much in line where it was at last year. The offense has dropped quite a lot. You know, the offense has dropped like 6 points, I do believe. But a lot of that is because we lost Jarvis Landry and we got rid of, not Kareem Hunt, but we got rid of other running back. I'm losing my train of thought right now. And one of our offensive linemen. So we need to improve. We're gonna go to the free agency and see if there's anybody available that we might be able to pick up. We got Sony Michel. I'm not looking for that. I want to see if we've got another wide receiver that we could potentially pick up that would be a good pick for us. Do we have really any cap space? We don't. We got like about 2.5 million. All right, we signed Antonio Brown. It worked for the Buccaneers. We'll see if it works for the Browns. And maybe now the team will be in a good position. I think we went out, we got Antonio Brown, we've got Odell Beckham. Man, I hope they have good chemistry. We've got Peoples-Jones. I think we're just going to leave it at that. We're going to let Kareem Hunt be our starter. At the running back position, we still got J.J. Watt. This is the last year of his deal. That's going to free up a lot of space for us. The Browns probably will not re-sign J.J. Watt at the end of the season. This will be the last go for us. Let's see if the Browns can get back in the playoffs and hopefully we can win a Super Bowl. All right, guys, so here we are. This is what the team looks like. We're going up against the Steelers in the first game of this season. 84 overall, and like I said, that can get it done. I'm not really concerned about the offense. The defense is really the only place I'm concerned as far as is this interior defensive line, defensive tackle. It's really not that strong, but you know, we have improved a little bit in the linebacker course, and maybe that can transfer over and help out and create some good things. But without further ado, let's get into this and see where the Browns sit at the middle of this season. All right, so same exact position as we were last season, 6-1. We've got a pretty decent lead over the rest of the AFC North. We just beat the Bengals, so that's good. And we're going to see what the Browns are going to look like at the end of the season. Baker Mayfield, 18 for 8. That's almost eerily similar to what we were doing before. Kareem Hunt, 513 yards. Obviously, we don't have Duke Johnson. God, I cannot think of the name of the other running back. Doesn't matter. He's not on the team anymore. Odell Beckham, 474 yards. So he might get to 1,000. It's going to be close, but the ball's getting spread around a lot between Austin Hooper and Antonio Brown and Peoples-Jones. Well, let's go look at this defense and see where we're at. Myles Garrett already has 11 sacks on the season, so he might end up with 20 plus. J.J. Watt might get 12, and the defense is looking pretty good. Even Myles Garrett even has an interception. Dylan Moses is looking good. All right, that's good to see. Our offense is 16 in the NFL, so very average, right in the middle. Defense is 4th, and that's what we 1. The defense is going to be one of the best again. We just got to get into the playoffs, and let's see what happens. All right, everybody, we finished 11-5, but were we atop? Yeah, we were atop the AFC North, so the Ravens and the Bengals did pull back in, and we are going up against a divisional rival again in the playoffs. We don't get that bye week. But before we start, let's see what we look like as far as stats goes. And Baker Mayfield, man, this game is like it's repeating itself. 41 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. He turned it on in the second half. Threw for over 4,000 yards. Kareem Hunt had 1,000 yards rushing with 9 touchdowns. Odell Beckham and Antonio Brown, again, 1,000-yard receiving. Guys, we almost have 4 guys with 10-plus touchdowns. So, I mean, wow, that's amazing. That's really, that's cool. I haven't seen that before. And when we go to sacks, J.J. Watt had 15. Myles Garrett had 20. They had 35.5 sacks between the two of them. I wonder what's the most sacks between 2 players on the same team. If somebody knows, let me know down in the comments. I'd be very interested in knowing that. Tackles for a loss, J.J. Watt had 26. Cody Miller and Elliott obviously didn't do a whole lot, but they didn't need to. We had the number 2 overall offense. Do we have the number 1 defense? Now we had the 6th. So we still didn't have but it's very similar to what we did last year. If we go to yearly awards, Patrick Mahomes won MVP. Baker Mayfield finished 2nd in the voting. Okay. Let's go to AFC. Myles Garrett got Defensive Player of the Year with those 20 sacks. I would like to think so. Travis Dye was right behind Emery here for Offensive Rookie of the Year. That is interesting. Defensive Rookie of the Year, our corner did not get it, but he finished 6th. Best quarterback goes to Baker Mayfield. Odell Beckham finished 2nd in best wide receiver. Offensive line, we had nobody. We know Myles Garrett and J.J. Watt will finish the best linebacker or best defensive lineman. T.J. Watt, best linebacker, finished 2nd. We don't see our guy in there anywhere. And that's it. Okay, so let's get this game started. We're going up against the Bengals. We're going to play the moments again and try to get to the Super Bowl. All right, here we go, hosting another playoff game. And we're going to skip the moment. We're only going to play it when we absolutely need it. Keep skipping. Tied game going into the second half. And the Browns do score. 3rd down alert. We're going to skip that. We score again, 14-0. The Browns take a 14-3 lead, 21-3 lead. 21-10 lead, ending halftime. They score one more time, and it's a 28-17 point because the Bengals come back and answer. Red zone alert, we're going to skip that. We score again, and this is going back and forth. We score a touchdown, the Bengals score a touchdown, and we've got a 14-point lead. We've got a 7-point lead. We're going to skip it. Yes, we score another touchdown, and what do you know? The Bengals do as well. This is going to be whoever gets the ball last. We're going to skip it. 3rd down. Do we kick the field goal? And we do. We take the lead. We take the win. That was a barn burner. 45-38. We win by 1 touchdown. Joe Burrow does not get his first playoff victory. And Baker Mayfield is going on to the divisional round. Man, Joe Burrow threw for 463 yards on 5 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield answered with 376 for 2. But why? How are we scoring here? Looks like Travis Dye, our rookie running back, is picked up a few touchdowns for us. We also got Kenny Brooks in, so we have 4 rushing touchdowns. And that was the difference maker. Odell Beckham had 169 yards receiving. What about our sack guys? J.J. Watt comes through with 2.5 sacks. Myles Garrett had a 1/2 sack. And we're jumping right into this next game. All right, we're going up against the 8-8 Patriots. So they made it. Let's upgrade these players. And I would like to think that we should be able to beat the 8-8 Patriots. I don't know who the quarterback is. I don't know if they still got Cam Newton here. They've moved on from him or not. We don't know. You got Stephon Gilmore still there. All right, here we are. Energy Stadium, back home, and let's move on. We're going to skip this moment. We're not going to play until we need to, and the Patriots go right back down and score. We'll skip that moment. We'll kick the field goal. Patriots again moving the ball right down the field, and they kick another field goal. All right, defense needs our help. Let's see who is playing quarterback here for Trey Lance. Trey Lance gets drafted by the Patriots and dumps it off short, picks up a 4-yard pickup, and we need to hold them to a field goal here. 2nd and 6. Hopefully this is not a 1 and done or a 2 and done for the Browns. Throwing it deep, wide, incomplete, 3rd down. Let's go with the Tampa 2. Try to force them to make a good read. Hopefully, Myles Garrett, J.J. Watt, one of them can get open. There we go. Force them to run outside the pocket. We're calling a timeout. We're going to try to get this ball back. We're going to sim. Play key moments. We don't need to do that. Actually, let's play. Wait. What just happened? What just happened? Yeah, they kicked the field goal. Oh, it's 4th and 10. We did not stop it in enough time. Oh, that sucks. Okay. I thought for whatever reason the Patriots scored, but it always is like lagging behind. And they actually do score to end the half. So we're down by 13. Guys, we're down by 13. We went the whole third quarter without scoring. We've got to make a stop. We've got to take control of this game. This ain't looking good. Trey Lance taking off and running with it. 4 minutes left. I think that the Browns are going to be done. We're not going to be able to score enough points and enough time. There's just not going to be enough time left in the game. Try to hit stick somebody. Oh man, this is tough. We're just going to blow. We're going to send the house. Hopefully, try to get an interception or a forced fumble or something here. Right up the middle. Oh, we get the stop. Damian Harris. 3 minutes left. They're just chewing up the clock, guys. I don't know if we can make a comeback. No. Touchdown. That's going to solidify it for us. All right, guys. We don't get it done. The Browns will lose 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row. Again, in the divisional game. Once against the Steelers. And then we turn around and lose to Trey Lance. And the New England Patriots. We finished the game. I mean, Baker Mayfield did do nothing. It's weird. We had a top 5 offense and a top 5 defense both years. We're just not able to get it done. But regardless of whatever Madden says, that's going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe to stay up to date on all these. I will constantly do resims, especially in the offseason with all the trades and moves and things that are going on to see what teams might look like. It looks like the Browns are going to be a really, really good team if they bring in J.J. Watt. And I think they'll have a better playoff experience than what we currently had. The first year, I think, is definitely on me. And then, obviously, Madden simulation, it is what it is. We lost to the 8-8 Patriots. But guys, I hope you enjoy. Smash that like button for me. It helps the channel grow. I'll catch everybody later. Floopy out.